know how it started. The island. It's like a dream you can't wake up from. Every time you land, it's like you've been there before. The same fights, the same places, the same outcomes. People talk about deja vu, but this is different. This is something deeper. We're caught up in something we can't control. And no matter what we do, no matter how hard we fight, nothing changes. We're stuck in a loop, an endless cycle of destruction.
It didn't take long before people began to notice the signs. The same structures being built, the same battles being repeated. Something was off. And then it hit us. We weren't in control. We were being watched, manipulated, like chess pieces on a chessboard we didn't even know existed. The island wasn't just a battleground, it was a cage.
That realization changed everything. People stopped fighting for survival and started searching for answers. What was the loop? Why were we here? Could we escape it? Some believed the stars held the key. Others turned to the void beyond the storm. And some just ran, hoping the edge of the world would give them the freedom they craved.
Then the meteor came. A bright light streaking through the sky, burning toward us. People thought it was the end, but it was just the beginning. Inside the crater, someone waited, the visitor. He wasn't from our world, maybe not from any world, and he had a mission. A rocket. A way out. When he launched into the sky, it poured through the air, and with it, reality itself. The first rift. The first crack in our prison.
The rift didn't just affect our island, it affected everything. Dimensions collided, time and space unraveled. Suddenly, things that didn't belong started to appear. Wild West towns, ancient artifacts, modern vehicles. Entire realities collided with ours. The 0 point, whatever was holding this together, was breaking down, and we were caught in the middle of the collapse. The constant rifts struck a mountain with so much force that it generated an ominous purple cube. The islanders named it Kevin and watched it closely as it interacted and moved across the island.
Kevin journeyed across the island. Islanders quickly realized that it was headed towards Loot Lake, and with one final turn, the cube landed in the water and sunk in, causing the lake to change. The once beautiful blue water turned into a perplexing purple substance that reflected all types of kinetic energy. Days after the cube dissolved into the lake, something even worse happened. The island in the middle of Loot Lake began to shake. The purple substance was receding toward the center. Suddenly, the island began to rise into the air, creating a whirlwind around it. At the base of the magical floating island was a brilliant purple glow. It was Kevin. People began to realize this cube wasn't just a random natural disaster. It was a relic immune to the loop.
Out of nowhere, the island froze and fell into a deep winter. A blizzard swept in, and with it, the Ice King. He ruled from above, holding the prisoner deep in his frozen dungeon, but he couldn't hold him forever. When cracks formed in the ice, the king acted. He summoned a storm like no one had ever seen, a wall of frost to keep the prisoner and something else buried, but it was only a delay.
The fire rose. The prisoner escaped, and he didn't come alone. Lava flowed through new lands with the rise of a volcano. The heat was too much, and the Ice King was defeated. The volcano erupted, destroying everything in its path. Retail Row, tilted towers, gone in an instant. The island wasn't just changing, it was breaking apart, piece by piece.
The survivors hid in underground bunkers, protected from time itself. When they emerged, everything was different. Neo-tilted mega mall, the island had moved on into the future, but danger had evolved too. The 7 was building something to stop it, a mech, a final line of defense.
The battle that followed was brutal. The monsters tore the island to pieces, and when the mech began to fight it only grew more angry and more destructive. The mech tried to launch it into the water, but to no avail. It leapt out and started tearing the mech piece by piece. With the last strand of hope, the mech reaches into the center of Loot Lake and pulls out the 0 point, delivering a deadly uppercut to the monster. While the monster is incapacitated, The mech reaches for a statue and Neo tilted, but it wasn't a statue at all. It was a sword, a weapon hidden in plain sight. And with one final leap and one final strike, the monster was defeated. Mech had accidentally damaged the 0 point. Reality began to warp. Time reversed. Old locations returned. The meteor rose from the ground and sat in midair over the island like a ticking time bomb. With the new meteor came a new visitor, and he had a plan. He set off a rocket from Dusty Depot, and it tore through the sky, creating rifts again, except this time they were controlled. The rocket split into multiple, surrounding the meteor, redirecting it into the 0 point, and with one final blow, it was done. It was beautiful. We were free. But freedom comes at a cost.